What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Crypto with Leo YouTube video. Today, we're going to be talking about everything XRP, everything Ripple, and I'm going to be breaking down all of these significant updates that have happened in the recent few days and weeks, to be fair. I mean, Ripple's been going off. They have not slowed down at all. I think they've proved that throughout this whole lawsuit with the SEC. So, I mean, the topics we've got is obviously their recent partnership with Palau. Then we've also got to talk about the Ripple lawsuit and also the liquidity hub. So we've got three main topics, but I do want to start off with some TA, just talk about the market in general right now and what we're seeing. So as you can see in front of me, I've gone straight for the king, the big boy BTC, Bitcoin, that being because it still retains market dominance. Now, what does dominance mean? I mean, you can see it up here. It's got 41.5% market dominance at this time. Still sitting at the top. We're around 56.6K, which of course, we've seen a slight dip. Now, was this expected? I think it was, yes. It was very much needed. I think everything was pretty much overstretched at this point from this move, pretty much all the way down here, which was sitting around 56 initially. And then we saw, obviously, I mean, if we do go back to around here, but it was this move was slightly unsustainable. You could see it in the volume right there, depreciating. However, right now, where are we at? We're sitting on a level of support, you could say. However, sitting inside this wick where I do believe there'll be quite a few orders sat. If we do break below this wick, in my opinion, I do believe we can see it start falling quite a bit lower. So my main key levels that I do want to see Bitcoin break are literally around here. So we've got the 60K region, and then we've got the 61,000. So it's within these, I want to see it break and sustain very nicely above those levels. In regards to that, it is rippling into the rest of the market, as you can see. XRP sitting down at seventh, $1.04. It's had a pretty rough week, but that, is heavily down to how Bitcoin is acting and what we're seeing here. I mean, right now, I did actually take a very nice trade on Bitcoin yesterday, made a few nice percent, so that was nice. What I will do is I'll share the analysis in the Discord, of course. Other than that, guys, I think it's time we get straight into the what you're all here for. So let's start with the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit update. Now, a big update has come out. I'd say it's fair to say the lawsuit's been relatively quiet. And so a very nice update did come out yesterday. And this is from a recent interview Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, had with CNBC. Now, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has offered an update on the SEC lawsuit during a recent CNBC interview, saying there was good progress. He expects a conclusion next year, which may even spark IPO plans that have been mentioned in the past. Now, the coolest part about this is not a single piece of it is speculation. Obviously, speculation from Brad's side, but it's in like this is quite literally an interview that happened. There is a video out there of this interview, which you can go out and watch yourself, guys. Proof of him saying everything you're about to see. So that is the main lawsuit update. Obviously, Brad came on. He said good progress is being made, and we could see an end to this lawsuit next year, which I think we'd all very much like. And once again, does that strangely line up with the historical data saying that XRP is usually the last to moon and does so in January? I mean, let's see what happens, but it is strangely lining up. Anyway, so these are some key interview quotes. These are quite literal quotes. You can go find the video, watch it. This is what he said. We're seeing a pretty good progress despite a slow-moving judicial process. And this is very, very true. I mean, a lot of us expected this lawsuit to be over quicker than it was. However, he kind of touches on that in the last point at the bottom, or at least in the second part here. Clearly, we're seeing good questions asked by the judge. Of course, that being Judge Netburn, I included on there. And if you do like these NFTs, guys, they're quite literally NFTs. They're from the Cryptoons collection, which has been going crazy. I was talking about this on my TikTok page for quite a while now. And I mean, I've got the Brad Garlinghouse one. I bought that for like $100. I think the last one to sell sold for like $3.5 grand. So I don't pertain to be an NFT flipper, but I think that one's done pretty nicely anyway. But back to the quotes, back to why we're on this video. Clearly, we're seeing good questions asked by the judge, and I think the judge realized that this is not just about Ripple. This will have broader implications. I think that highlights so many key points. One, the judge is asking good questions. I completely agree. The judge, or Judge Netburn, has proven many times now that she is not in this. She's not taken sides. She's putting pressure on the SEC to a certain extent in the way she can. But also, when Ripple are wrong, they're put in their place as well, which I respect. I come from an unbiased place, even though I'm extremely bullish on XRP. I still do believe if they've done something wrong, then the right things will happen, and they'll get told off for that, and they'll have to deal with that themselves. And so will I. But I'm bullish on XRP. I'm bullish in the process, and I do still believe they're going to come out on top. In regards to having broader implications, it's another narrative a lot of people are letting go of. this lawsuit is so much bigger than just Ripple, so much bigger than just XRP. What happens from this lawsuit, the kind of clarity that XRP can walk away with, or obviously Ripple, but the asset XRP can walk away with, that will ripple into the rest of the market. How this ends could quite literally affect every other cryptocurrency within the space. So that's all I will say for now in regards to that. But he highlights a very, very good point there, which I've been saying for a long time. And then the last one, in general, the direction of travel is very positive. Now, I'm excited about that one. That, that kind of highlights that, they're kind of seeing something. He says it's going positively, which means, I mean, they've already led off quite a few times, as we'll get into just now. But the Ripple's legal team has also said that it would never plan to settle with the SEC. In other words, they said, we are not going to settle. There is no settlement. We're here to win, etc., which is a mark of how strongly it believes it is in the right and they have not done anything wrong. Now, either way, a conclusion next year would bring much relief to both the market and investors. And I completely agree. As I said in the past slide, the way this ends will have an effect on the rest of the market. Now, in the meantime, Ripple has been partnering with sustainability leaders and adding NFT support to bolster its capabilities. And this is so true. And I've spoken about this. Ripple have not even slowed down one bit. I mean, even XRP hasn't slowed down one bit while this lawsuit has been going on. However, they just keep going again. By the way, it's another NFT from the Cryptos collection. They're too good. How is that not cool? I don't know. By the way, I'm not sponsored by them at all. I've even proven on my lives many times that I've messaged them. Literally, I'm the fanboy of this NFT collection, and I don't even know. I just had to buy one because it was Bread Garling House. Just to show you, I've got the Bread Garling House one, obviously. Anyway, as we move on, Ripple Liquidity Hub. Now, this is something which even I didn't fully understand at the start, so I did want to run through it with you guys and kind of try and break it down nicely. Hence, I put let's break it down in the bottom corner. Break it down as simply as possible so you can walk away. Now, trust me, it's not as confusing as it seems, or at least as I made it out to be when I started looking at it. However, what is the Liquidity Hub? Ripple Liquidity Hub will enable enterprise companies to easily and efficiently source digital assets from the broader crypto market. And I've spoken about this many times, even when it came to ETFs as well. This is one of the biggest problems with these larger institutional buyers, these enterprise companies. Their access or the way they can get digital assets is so much more complicated than the likes of you and me. By the way, and obviously they're handling a lot larger sums of money. We're talking in the billions, in the beats, the billions. So customers will be able to access crypto assets from a variety of global venues through the Ripple Liquidity Hub. The customers include market makers, exchanges, OTC desks, and in the future, decentralized venues. They will be able to buy, sell, and hold crypto assets with ease thanks to the product's turnkey integration and smart order routing, which will allow them to source digital assets at optimal prices. Basically, sourcing digital assets with literally no lag time. They can just get them on demand. And I think that's one of the biggest things, one of the problems these institutional buyers have. And I think Coinbase is starting to do something about it as well. They're trying to create their own sort of thing. However, a Ripple Liquidity Hub, I think, will be proven to be a lot more efficient. I think that's fair to say. And second of all, whether that's going to be, like they said decentralized venues, whether that's the route they're going to take down in the future. I think personally, we could see this take off extremely well in the type of market that they're looking to attack into as well. Guys, we're talking big money. This is big money that they're trying to support. And that's something they've always looked to do. So yeah, I'm excited to see this one play out. Furthermore, so what is the point? What is the point of it? Enterprises will use Ripple Liquidity Hub to provide their end customers with the ability to buy, sell, and hold digital assets at the best possible Wow, I'm stuttering all over the place today. At the best possible prices across a variety of venues in a simple and seamless manner. Ripple Liquidity Hub will solve for enterprise customers the long and resource-intensive integrations through a streamlined API, and unlike most other offerings, it will eliminate pre-funding requirements to free up working capital, which has always been a massive thing for them, freeing up, that working capital, which literally otherwise is being used to pre-fund and just sit there, which is just massively inconvenient for these huge institutions. So what I would say, it could be and I'm being serious here, the Liquidity Hub, if it plays out nicely, could actually be huge. Like I said again, I just have to reiterate that the market they're looking to support here is huge. This is money. The solutions anyway. So this is where it goes into their obviously easy onboarding, optimized pricing, and access to capital. So we're just going to define those. Easy onboarding offers a streamlined API. for accessing digital assets from the breadth of liquidity pools, allowing enterprises to easily integrate with the liquidity hub and begin offering customers trading services. Optimized pricing, they've mentioned that quite a few times in this already. Aggregated pricing, sorry guys, aggregated pricing from a breadth of digital assets, enabling enterprises to provide their customers with the best prices from a variety of liquidity venues. Access to capital is the third one. Enterprises won't be required to pre-fund accounts for the liquidity hub, which means they won't be required to basically put money forward to just sit there. And then they can basically go and do their due diligence. Instead, no, it's just straight access. Like this is quite literally, I want this, you get that. Then you buy it, can hold it, and you can sell it whenever you want. And can receive access to working capital through Ripple to fund their business operations. So this is like next level stuff. Like kind of seems like they're creating some sort of like bank here. Like I don't want to start throwing out accusations or not even allegations or speculation is what I should say. Sorry. I'm just running through a dictionary right now. I don't want to throw speculation out there, but it kind of looks like they're kind of trying to go down that route. I don't want to say that's what's going to happen. Let's just call it the liquidity hub and stick to that for now. But yeah. So obviously these are the issues that it solves. This guy put together an absolutely awesome, like literally run through a thread on Twitter. So it'll run on the XRP ledger, so it benefits from decentralized, trustless, secure, and immutable, plus specific benefits of the XRP ledger, such as speed, which is obviously going to be huge things for these like big money players who are going to come and use the liquidity hub. And then you can literally just read through federated side chains, theoretical, infinite capacity, intrinsic. This guy is flying with the words. Compatibility with the interledger protocol or interoperability. So, I mean, you can pause this, read through it. Like you can just see basically he outlines all the key benefits that are basically from this liquidity hub and how it can be utilized by these quite literally like the big players that are going to be utilizing the liquidity hub. Now, whether that's me and you in the future, who knows? But yeah, overcomes the liquidity limitations and defending on a single bank liquidity OTC, market maker, traditional FX or digital FX, which are typically held as sovereign fiat. So basically, it's just this whole thing is based around efficiency for the people that utilize it. That's the biggest thing. So whether that be liquidity, being able to pick things up on demand, you don't need to pre-fund these accounts when you do huge orders. That's basically what they're going for. Now, this is a huge partnership they've just had, this being with obviously Palau. Now, that is Palau right there. I mean, it looks absolutely beautiful. So shout out to Ripple. If any one of them are flying out there to go and see this place, I'm jealous. Going to have to go check it out as well. So what is this partnership? What is the aim of it? Why are they doing it? Ripple, the digital payment network, has partnered with the Republic of Palau to help the Pacific Island nation develop its own digital currency. So this was the Ripple announcement. This is what they put out to basically tell people that they were doing this. The initial focus of the partnership will see the development of the USD-backed digital currency to help facilitate cross-border payments for Palau as a nation. The collaboration could see the implementation of the world's first government-backed national stablecoin in the first half of 2022, according to Ripple's announcement. So, I mean, that kind of just, guys, let me read that again. The world's first government-backed national stablecoin in the first half of 2022. Now, this is what I mean. Ripple are not slowing down. This lawsuit has not slowed them down. And these kind of things, like they're stapling their name somewhat in history by doing this stuff. But it's also the fact that they're being outlined as the best and most efficient way to do it, hence why these countries are going to them. So, furthermore, Ripple suggested the national digital currency may not necessarily be just another CBDC, central bank digital currency. And this was actually a quote. Ripple would provide Palau with technical, business, design, and policy support. And that kind of reminded me of the Digital Pound Foundation, kind of what the Digital Pound Foundation is trying to do with a CBDC over in the UK. How that basically they're there to be the technical aspect, the business aspect, help design it, help get it out there as well, and the policy support as well. So it's like Ripple are taking that kind of like overall idea of the Digital Pound Foundation and transferring it over to working in Palau and what they're going to be doing with them. Now, whether that was proof through the Digital Pound Foundation, they used that when talking to Palau, who knows? But I just found it really interesting that, and I think this is not even a joke, guys, and I want you to listen and remember this. This will be a genuine way that we're going to see, I think personally, CBDCs develop into the future, is using, you know, this business model where it's bringing the private and the public sector together. And then they basically help each other on the route to creating the most efficient CBDC government-backed stablecoin that there is. I think we're going to continue seeing this, that being private and public sectors coming together. And I think that's for the best as well. Now, meanwhile, exploring the USD-backed stablecoin and associated use cases, such as corporate registry on the XRP ledger, could provide a viable alternative to central bank digital currencies for countries like Palau. Once again, efficiency. Now, this is what the president of Palau said. He says the national digital currency would provide the citizens of Palau with greater financial access, which has always been a big thing. That's the beauty of cryptocurrencies. As an island nation, Palau is especially vulnerable to some of the effects of climate change. And Ripple said that this was one of the reasons it was chosen for the job. The firm said that the XRP ledger is carbon neutral and 120,000 times more energy efficient than proof of work blockchains. You know what they're talking about there, Bitcoin. However, what I really liked about this is that we saw this exact same thing get brought up with Bhutan. Obviously, when Bhutan basically decided to use the XRP to help them pilot their CBDC, that is exactly one of the key points that they used as well. Now, whether this is a reason or this has basically come from that, who knows? But I found that really cool. Now, this is what James Willis, the VP of Central Bank Engagements at Ripple, said. We're excited to be working with Palau to achieve its financial and climate-related goal. We have a wonderful opportunity to bring together our technology and experience with the unique characteristics of Palau to make a real economic and social impact for the country. So I just think this is literally quite literal proof of how we're going to see things continue to go out. Like quotes from both the president here and then the VP of Central Bank Engagement at Ripple are massively positive. But I think we're slowly seeing, and I've always said it'll be a ripple effect. And this is no pun intended, a ripple effect in the fact that we saw Bhutan and now we're seeing this. And then we've got obviously Digital Pound Foundation, and it's just going to ripple because each country is trying to better the next. Each country is trying to get more efficient than the next. And each country is trying to better themselves in general. And hence why Palau are doing this to help out that everyone in their country gain financial access, but also help with climate change as well. And this is going to be such a big thing moving forward. So yeah, I think this is just massively positive news in general. That pretty much wraps up everything that I've got to tell you. Those were the key things. Obviously, we spoke about Liquidity Hub, lawsuit update as well in regards to Brad Garlinghouse statements in a recent interview. And then, of course, we got onto their recent partnership with Palau in creating a government-backed stablecoin. So yeah, guys, awesome news. Overall, the market in general, as we can run back, Bitcoin has not proven to be bullish just yet. Do we want it to flip to bullish? 100%, 100%. And will it? Yes, I'm still bullish that the market is going to continue up in this bull trend. And I think this bull market is definitely not over yet. Bitcoin will ride to new highs. You can mark my word on it. So let's get it. But yeah, stay patient with it, guys. And I'm going to keep you updated. Yes, like I said, my key levels are 60 and 61K. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video all the way through. Have an amazing rest of your day. Peace out.